So step number 1 with pistol squats is to not rush it. You know, a lot of people when they do pistol squats, they'll come down and they will like fumble all over the place and fall down and like they're just all over the place. We want controlled reps. So you might not be able to do a full pistol squat right away. You need to be okay with that. So what I would do first and foremost is Bulgarian split squats. So finding a bench, if you need to hold on to something, that's okay too. But finding a bench, coming a little further forward, and just making sure that you can do some Bulgarian split squats. The goal is more balance, right? So we're doing all one-legged exercises here. So eventually, we want to make sure that we're not holding on to something, okay? So I would start off with Bulgarian split squats. You can start to hold weight if you want to. It's totally your call how you want to progress with this. As that feels more and more comfortable, we're going to do the first progression for pistol squats. We're going to use the same bench. We're going to do the same range of motion, but versus our leg being back here, our leg's going to be just extended ever so slightly. If you can have it up here, great, but no pressure right away, okay? So just having your leg extended. If you need to hold on to something, again, that's totally okay. So we're going to come down until our butt hits the bench. Don't fully relax on the bench, okay? So I typically, for balance, like to have my hands in front of me. So we're just going to come down until I feel my butt touch the bench. We're going to come back up. Come down until we feel our butt touch the bench, and come back up. Good rule of thumb again, if you can do 3 to 5 reps on each side, then you're ready. Did I say 3 to 5 reps? I meant 5 to 10 reps, sorry. If you can do 5 to 10 reps on each side, you're ready for the next progression. Now, what I would do next is elevate your one foot. It is going to feel a little bit more challenging in comparison to the first one for most people. And that's because we're trying to be a little bit more upright and you don't have something to catch you if you fall. So that's why just elevating yourself and starting here after you've done it on the bench like we just did is really, really important, okay? So we're going to have our one leg on the side. Make sure we have balance, and this leg can just extend forward, and you're just going to drive your hip back and touch the ground. I know that that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you know, like psychologically, there's nothing behind you to catch you, it is very difficult to make sure that you're doing it properly. So do, again, 5 to 10 reps on each side. Remember, the initiation here is just driving your hips back and touching the ground and coming back up. Driving your hips back, touching the ground and coming back up. So if you have aerobic steps to make that box even bigger, create a higher platform for yourself. I don't have any right now, so we're gonna skip a few steps, no pun intended, and we're gonna do the same thing at the top of the bench here, okay? So we're all still doing this before we actually are doing the pistol squat, because we're not worried about our leg being extended forward. We're just making sure we feel comfortable with it touching the ground. Okay, so we're on the edge of the bench. We're gonna drive our hips back. We're just gonna come down, touch the ground with our foot, and we're gonna come back up. All right, creating a lot of foot strength from this, a lot of trust in our ability, and getting used to the movement pattern. So many people skip these steps here by elevating themselves, and then their form doesn't look good, and they really struggle with that stability and that strength that is needed. So again, not worried about extending our leg out, just touching the ground and coming back up. Creating that foot strength and that trust in ourselves and developing proper movement pattern for the pistol squat. Once you feel like you are good to go there, let's give pistol squats a try. Now, for pistol squats, You can see how everything's interconnected, right? Because we have our leg elevated. If you're working on your L-sits, you're gonna be strengthening your hip flexors that allow you to do it. So that's why I said don't go too hard on your core training, because you're working it quite a bit, just even with this movement here. Now I would stand next to something and have something to grab onto. Don't hold on to it for dear life, but it's there just for comfort. So what we're gonna do, drive our foot into the ground, make sure that it's nice and stable. Again, we're creating a tripod with our foot. We're gonna elevate our leg, we're gonna drive our hips back, and I'm just gonna hold on to this so you can see. And try to keep your back straight as you can. So we're gonna come down, and we're gonna come back up. Controlled reps is what matters here, okay? Come down and come back up. 5 to 10 on each side. I'm just barely holding on, right? It's just there for comfortability. Coming down and coming back up. Holding on very lightly, down and back up. So once you feel nice and comfortable with assisted pistol squats, holding on to something, we're gonna stand where there's nothing for you to grab, nothing in the way. You're gonna focus on doing controlled reps, unassisted pistol squats. So we're gonna bring our hands up, elevate our leg, slowly come down. And we're gonna come all the way back up. Slowly come down, keep that leg elevated, push yourself and stand all the way back up. 5 to 10 reps on each leg. Doesn't sound like a lot, but whew, it takes a long time to get there, but it is worth it. Now I'll show you guys one more. This is the progression to eventually do the dragon pistol squat. I haven't gotten there yet. It's a goal that has taken a long time, but I'll show you guys what I have been working on so that way you know what else you can do after you've been able to master the pistol squat. So again, you're gonna come up on a bench, you're gonna have your outside foot forward, and then we're gonna step down behind you, okay? So, I don't even have a name for it, I'm just calling it a curtsy step up, because we're bringing our leg down, whoa, bringing our leg down, touching the ground, and coming back up. Very same to what we did initially, but we have the little twist here, if you will, that's really gonna help strengthen this right here. That is important for doing the dragon pistol squat. Obviously, I can't really do this while talking. But if you eventually wanna get the dragon pistol squat and you're doing good with your pistol squats, your regular pistol squats, you might as well add this into your program as well. So at first, I had like a broom here that I had to hold on to, but recently I've been able to do this without holding anything. So if you can't get there yet, make sure you hold on to something, or you do this like where there's a wall in front of you. You can kind of grab yourself against the wall as needed.